Now let's talk about the budget. Of course, you guys approved that. You said it took several months. You've been working on it since April. And the big item on it is that the tax rate is going up a little bit.
Yes.
To roughly 29.8 cents per
Correct.
$100 valuation.
Right.
Walk me through. You said that was part of the voter-approved parking facility.
Correct.
So now you guys have finally approved it. Walk me through the details.
Well, the details basically are the tax rate was increased by 2 cents. Majority of that tax rate was the voter-approved bond that was approved to build a parking facility that's under construction right now. And that was, I think, 1.2 cents. And then we went up 0.8 cents to round it to 2 cents. The main reason for that is we've got close to $65 million in capital improvements that we're taking on this year. We've got a 20 million plus project at the airport. The parking facility is 24 million. We've got 2 annex buildings that we're building that are about 3 million apiece, and then a new jet bridge for $1 million, a new fire truck for $1 million. We've got just a number of expenses that are unusual this year that will be funded with that additional monies.
You mentioned sort of unusual. Do you foresee the county having this level of projects in the future?
No.
No, you don't.
No, I do not. No, this is kind of a transitional year for Gregg County and a lot of the projects we're doing, especially when you look where they are. 22 million is going to the airport for complete overlay of both runways and updating of lighting and other things that are required by the FAA. Then you got a $24 million parking facility that's approved by the voters. Then we've got 2 outlying annex buildings that we're going to be replacing in Precinct 2 and Precinct 3. So these are unusual type expenditures. They're one-time expenditures. You probably certainly won't see them for the next 25, 50 years because, with the exception of the airport, which is about every 10 year we have to redo those landing areas out there.
And on the budget, it says that the toll tax rate includes a debt rate of roughly, it looks like 1 cent or 2 cents?
1.2 cents.
1.2 cents. Walk me through what exactly that is for audience who.
Well, 1.2 cents represents right at a I think it's 1.3 million annual payment toward the debt of a $24 million project, which is what the parking facility is, over 20 years. Now that we have a 5-year call on those bonds, and we're setting aside money every year to reduce those bonds. So at the end of 5 years, we may decide to pay them off. We may decide to pay it down, refinance it. It gives the court options after 5 years, but it's set up on an amortization of 20 years.
Is there anything else regarding the budget you think is important for listeners to know?
Well, we've tackled with some pretty big and serious projects. I've already told you about the capital projects, but we've reviewed and basically rewritten our minimum, midpoint, and maximum point on salaries. We've had a complete revamping of our salary structure from elected officials all the way through the county. During the process, we had a committee that studied it, and during the process, it was very clear that most of our pay structure was very much below the average of the state. And so we tried to move those up to be more competitive. It's very competitive out there to get good employees with private industry, when you're competing with private industry as well as surrounding governments that will come and get people from you and pay them more money. And so we've had this going on for a number of years, and so we finally took the bull by the horn and decided we're going to review our pay scales and we're going to change it. And we went up in a lot of areas to make it more competitive for people to make a career here, stay here, and so forth.
Just a reminder of viewers, how much do you estimate this property tax increase will cost the average individual?
On an average home, which an average home in this community is $175,000. If you take all the property and average it out, it's $175,000. The annual increase and the tax rate's around $84 a year. You divide it by 12, it's about $7, $8 a month.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like our audience to know about?
No, I'm pleased with the budget. We're accomplishing a tremendous amount of goals that were set forth 2 years, 3 years ago to get some things done by the court's directive, and this budget represents the beginning of those being accomplished.